Okay, children, gather around for another reading of the Majestic Document of Disclosure. I'm starting on page 298 of the document today because I was looking for something else. And I think this is kind of what a lot of us need to hear right now. So grab something to drink, spend a minute with me. And look at my new mug, isn't it cute? Look at what it says. Can't tell me meditation isn't a good thing because nobody's talking. Everybody's inside. All right, you guys, you can find the full document over on my patreon.com/thehappyhealer. I don't know where I got it from. It's been forever. I can't. Anyways, and I better make sure that my volume's off because I've been getting dinged on the Facebook. So, let's start. Magic is most mysterious to those blinded by faith and lacking of knowledge. 3, 6, and 9 govern the laws of the universe, and when dealing with numbers, octal is your ally. When working with sentient ISBEs, your immortal soul biological entity, we are ISBEs. When you're working with a sentient ISBE, it is very powerful. Or phi. What? When working with sentient ISBEs, phi, PHI, is very powerful. When working with inanimate conscious projections, pi is very powerful. And when combining these fundamentals intermixed, it equals magic. They spell it M-A-G-I-C-K. Okay? It's quite simple, actually. See, God can use magic to heal the sick, lift heavy stones, and do anything, right? Everything is composed of atoms, which are 99% empty space with vibrating electrons, protons, and neutrons. If you know the frequency you are targeted, okay? If you know the frequency you are targeted and understand the math, then you can figure out how to produce the correct inverse frequencies to get the results you intend. Lifting objects means you need to remove information from the equation. What information? How do you specify? How do you negate occult skills that require a new way of thinking? So let's talk about that for a second. I'm going to look up what phi is because I don't know. What is phi? And there's been a lot of talk about how did they move the big stones at Stonehenge? How do these big colossal, 38-ton blocks that you can't even fit a razor blade in between them? They're so precise. And they're not originated from where they ended up. So how did they move them? Right? Well, that's where you get into frequency and vibration, because once you understand frequency and vibration, you understand that the only reason that we exist is because we vibrate at a very low frequency. Angels, God, demons, they operate at a higher, ghosts operate at a higher frequency because they are not bound by the density of the human body, right? Okay, stay with me. Good thing I lost my train of thought there anyways in that beautiful moment, because I looked up what phi means, PHI. And it's a number. It's the golden ratio, apparently. It's 1.61803398875. And it says it can refer to several things, but the most common meanings are the Greek letter with the O with the line through it, uppercase or lowercase, used in various contexts like mathematics, physics, and linguistics, the golden ratio, an irrational number approximately equal to 1.618, and protected health information in healthcare, referring to patient data under HIPAA regulations for you guys in the States. Interesting. Now, because most of the humanity, most of us, in the Western world anyways, we're brainwashed to believe that the occult is so evil and it doesn't exist, except every other culture in the world will tell you that it does and it works and they use it. Okay? The reason that the Westerners can't see themselves through the trees and the deception is because you guys don't travel. People that travel know this stuff. They know there's another world out there. They can see very blatantly how the American mind and the Canadian minds now are manipulated to make you think a certain way so that you have this false sense of rah, 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 USA. The world doesn't respect the United States right now. on any level. Ice is about the lowest form right above the traffickers. Because if you're hurting children or animals or the elderly or the disabled, there is no lower scum than you or them. Those of us that walk the light, we have had to walk the dark and study the occult. It used to be a science, but they couldn't control it. It's not of this realm. So they hid it and told you that if you looked, you're going to burn in hell. Because if you looked, all of that information is there. It can be applied for good or evil. Those of us that would apply it for good use their tools against themselves. Of course they don't want that. So you're told not to look or you'll burn in hell. It's evil. It sure is. Because they know how to use it for evil. Okay? There must be more than this. So God was born. And we, in his image of fear and love, looked down from up above. Light beings' consciousness exist as an ISBE is confusing by design. Okay, so light beings' consciousness, existence as an ISBE. Okay, so us being a soul, having to inhabit this physical body or vehicle, it's confusing. Because half of us knows that there's something better than this and bigger than this and more purpose than this. But the human is all wrapped up in its feels. That's how we're controlled. No heart. How many of you out there actually know how you feel? You, just you, without the noise. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Anyways. Okay. So destruction is born. God is within. God is your ISBE, your subconsciousness. God is light. Anthropomorphizing the light consciousness within you that is who you really are. It discredits the accomplishment of your own light and your pure love and separates your consciousness to your subconscious. This is what makes you vulnerable to be controlled. Did you guys understand that? So let me reread that, make sure I understood it. Basically it means you're separating yourself when you think that you are only yourself. Okay? So then it goes, I only have a bit here. This makes you vulnerable to be controlled. Introduce dogma. This quote is Majestic. You're welcome, Dave. You have Qigong capabilities that can be utilized for healing all around you. Possibly a radius of a few 100 miles. If you guys have not experienced that yet, come and join my Patreon. Today we're doing a Divine Feminine. We do a collective quantum energy blast. It's incredible. You have to experience it, you guys. They're trying to keep us separate so we don't. Okay? Come check it out. It's not going to hurt. 4 o'clock over on my Patreon. 4 o'clock Pacific. Patreon.com/thehappyhealer. Okay? Focus your energy and you can heal others from your understanding the nature of our existence. Magic 12 programs studied this extensively in Op Stargate. I am a quantum energy healer, and that's why I'm healing you online. Why TikTok and the social medias are all of a sudden giving me a leash right now, you guys, after being shut down completely for a year? I have no idea. But we're running with it, okay? To learn, ask during deep meditation. Ask for the information and use visions as clues to solve the puzzle. God has all the information. God is within. You have the ability. Directed energy weapon? What's the opposite? You are the opposite of a weapon, but you can direct energy. And that's why I'm offering you guys my Quantum Energy Master Course Level 1. We are the weapon. Come get in your power.